All right, so we are live with our Pink Boot Camp Week 2. So, hello. I am so excited about this week. Let me tell you, this week will inspire you, challenge you, and will really make you think. Okay, because Mary Kay's one thing said, pass it on, pass it on, pass it on. And the one thing you will learn about Mary Kay is you could do everything you want by yourself, but unless you help somebody else, you won't get anywhere. So that's one thing I love about Mary Kay. It's a teamwork makes the dream work. Okay, so hi, I'm Judy, and this week we're going to be learning about team building in pearls. Why pearls? Well, I'm going to tell you. Don't y'all love getting new things? Pearls. Pretty, pretty pearls. You have your earrings, your bracelet, and your necklace. So you're going to love earning your pearls. And I'm going to show you I'm going to teach you how, and we're going to do it together. Okay. So recruiting is just sharing the opportunity with people. And we're going to talk about different ways to do that because there is different ways to do that. And you always share, believe it or not, every time you have a facial, you share your iStory. We're going to talk about making a good iStory, but you're going to share your iStory with potential people. And that's really sharing a little bit about the opportunity and wetting their whistle, like give them a little taste, right? Just a little taste. So there's a few different ways that you could share the opportunity. You're always going to share at your every appointment. Okay. The second way is to go have coffee. My favorite way is to sit down and make a new friend and have coffee. Sit down with them, find out about them, find out, if this would even be good for them. But it's a good way to have a conversation where you have their undivided attention. The other way, of course, is videos. So Mary Kay has some great videos on InTouch. There's some really short ones you could use at your appointments. And then there's some that are more informational that give you all the facts about sharing an appointment. The trick with those, with any sharing appointment, is the follow-up. Okay. It's the close. Just like you're closing a skincare class, it's the close. Okay. The other way to share is about when we have an event, bring them to an event. When we have a meeting in person, bring them to a meeting in person. All of these is where they could see the bigger picture of what Mary Kay really is about. And it's really not about selling lipsticks, is it? It's about sharing what you love and becoming good girlfriends, right? So here's some of the reasons why. Judy, why would I team build? Like, why? What's in it for me, right? So let me tell you what's in it for you. What's in it for you is sharing and having fun. Let's say it's your best friend. Well, you can have a fun little competition, right? You can have a competition and see who could book more, who could do things more, or you could go to appointments together. You go to mine, I'll go to yours, have some fun together, right? But the other way is perks. So it's fun to have perks because you could get a little extra money. So who wants a little extra money, right? Who wants some money in your pocket? So when you start as a beauty consultant, every one of us makes 50%. So directors make 50%, nationals make 50%. We all purchase at 50%. But when you add one team member, you now are getting a 4% commission off of any active order she does. Like, yay. So it's like $20. So you're not going to go home and, quit your job over $20, but you are going to go, oh my gosh, let's go to coffee, right? So the next one is the number of team members is 3. So it's 3 is a star team builder. And of course they make 50%, but now they're making 4 to 6% on all your active recruit orders and $50 bonuses. $50. Okay. That's huge. Okay. Now, also, when you get 5 people, you become a team leader. So team leader is getting 4 to 9 to 13% on their active orders for the month as well. So now you make, and you're doing a $50 bonus. So don't forget, you're still going to get your bonus. Okay. So then you go to future director, which is 8. Okay, this is sign language for 8. So 8 people gives you future director. Now, this is great because Mary Kay starts watching you for car production, okay? And car is where you drive for almost free. Tax license, and 84% of your insurance is paid through Mary Kay. Like, hello, who would not want that, right? So they start watching you for crop protections. Also, where you could decide if you want to become a director, and you could put in for your director in qualification papers. And that's something totally different. And they have totally different percentages as well. But right now, future director, you're making 4, 9 to 13% on your active team member orders for the month. Okay. Then you go to director. Now, director is you have to have at least 24 people. You're earning your personal 50%, but you're also earning 4 to 9 to 13 on my team's commission. And I'm getting 4 to 9 to 13 to 26 on my personal commission. So personal is a person that I personally signed up, right? And my team is the one that I sign up. So that's my team. Okay. Plus we get $100 bonuses, and we're getting unit volume bonuses as well. So I am training, I'm encouraging, I'm building. So Mary Kay pays us accordingly. Okay. So I'm telling you though, this is a place to be. It is awesome. Okay. Now, create a passion eye story. We really want to start your skincare class. You want them to know who you are and just a little bit about you, right? So prospects, your people will sign with you for only one reason: if they connect with you. So we want to find a reason to connect with them, right? We want to make it real. We don't want to make it fake, haphazard, right? And they will only connect with you if they get to know you. Okay. They want to know your story. Now, there's 2 different ways to have a story. One of my girls in my unit is working hard, but she has health issues. And I told her, that's something that you could really share in your iStory about your health issues, because you like Mary Kay, so you can weave it in when you're healthy. And when you're not healthy, it's okay, right? But you wouldn't put in things like, like for me, I had, I was abused. So you're not going to say, okay, well, because I was abused. And no, you don't do that, right? So I'm going to give you an idea of my iStory a little later on, but I'm going to just give you a couple ideas. So how to create a passion iStory. You really want to be authentic, real, and honest. Okay. People can read you. They understand when you're lying, believe it or not. They understand when it's a fish story. Okay. So we don't want to do that. Okay. So what is one of the reasons why you started your business, right? So for me, it was for the discount. Later on, it's to make friends, right? Make a little extra money. Maybe it's to make girlfriends. Maybe it was to have quit your job, be a stay-at-home mom, right? So you write down what makes it for you. So I'm going to give you some ideas, right? These are the things you want to share in your iStory. What is your why? Why did you start? Like, really, what is your why? Was it to earn a car so you didn't have that monthly car payment? I mean, what is your current goal or deadline? Okay, so our unit is working on car production, building a strong red jacket unit. That is our goal. That is what we're talking about. So I wouldn't necessarily say that, but I could say that our unit is working on this car, right? So we could say that. How has it changed your life? Oh my gosh. So I used to be shy. I am no longer shy. I set goals. I make goals, right? It has helped me to get out of my comfort zone. It's also helped me to be able to quit my job and stay at home for freedom and flexibility, right? So you can kind of put in there, what has happened? What has changed your life since you started Mary Kay, right? And then what do you enjoy most about your Mary Kay business? I enjoy really the friendships. I enjoy relationships. I enjoy helping people, getting together with people. I enjoy helping them feel beautiful no matter where they go. And I love saying that all the time. Okay, so this is an example of an iStory I'm going to read to you. And yes, I'm going to need that. And then I'm going to give you mine. Okay, so remember, this is going to be mostly at your facials, your classes, right? So this is why you want a good iStory, but you might be sharing it at some other time. You don't know when you're going to be sharing it, right? Somebody might say, well, what do you do? What do you do? Well, so you could throw in a cute little I story when they ask you, right? You're sharing appointments. Okay. So all sorts of things. So, okay. I was motivated to start my Mary Kay business when I saw the income potential and the success my friend Karen was having in her business. Our growing family has been struggling financially, and we decided to start our own Mary Kay business to generate the additional stream of income we needed to live a debt-free life. Our goal was to be 100% debt-free and in the next 3 years. So my director gave me a challenge to complete 30 practice facials in the next 30 days. And I want to thank you for helping me to reach my goal. Since I started my Mary Kay business, life has changed a lot. Our family is more united under one vision and goal, and we have a sense of hope we didn't otherwise have before. I really enjoy how much I've learned about business skills. The people I have met, the women in Mary Kay are amazing, and we are so supportive and encouraging, just the group you want to hang out with. Okay. So now that you know a little bit more about me and a little bit more about Mary Kay Ash and the company, and you are ready to try some more products. Okay. Now, as your reminder to the end, I will share how Mary Kay transforms lives. So, and you fit it right into Mary Kay. This is an awesome, awesome script. You're not going to read it. You really do need to memorize your own, and it's okay to look up and down every once in a while you're memorizing it. But it needs to be your story, right? This is part of her story, but you could take this and use it, okay? So, and I'm going to give you kind of mine, and then we're going to then we're going to talk about sharing the opportunity and style. So, I kind of took mine off of Michelle Cunningham's, and I kind of tweaked it a little bit. She is in Mary Kay, but also doing something else. So, but her name is Michelle Cunningham. And she talked about just wanting to buy, she only had enough money to buy Pantene shampoo. So I remember that story. So I'm going to tell you my I story. So hi, my name is Judy. I have been working my Mary Kay business for 18 years. And, when I started my Mary Kay business, I wanted just the discount. I started only for the discount, and that was it. And my friend said, well, let's have a party and let's have your friends together. And so we could get your first order in and get free products. Again, another word that I love, free. Free is for me. I tell people all the time. So I had a fun party, invited all my family and friends, and we had a $400 party. And I said, oh my gosh, when's my next party? So that was so fun. I haven't had a girlfriend time, and I couldn't tell you how long because I was working full time as a sign language interpreter aide. I was going to school at night for sign language, and I had 2 boys in baseball. And of course, I had my daughter. So I was a busy woman. I didn't have time to work another business. Okay. So I said, I'll just do it just enough to make $100 extra a week. So if I could work Mary Kay 2 hours and make $100, I will be happy. So we went to training, and one of my trainings, the lady said, you need to have a goal. I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. What is a goal? You need to dream. I thought, I haven't dreamed since I was a little girl. Okay. We work paycheck to paycheck. We pay all our bills. We're happy. We're fine, but we are paycheck to paycheck. And so she says, I want you to think of a time that you could dream what you'd like to do, where you'd like to go take your children. So I'm going to tell you a little story. When I was a little girl, we used to live in Utah. And one year for vacation, there was 3 of us girls. My mom and dad got in a trailer, and we drove across country to go to Disneyland. And we were so excited to go to Disneyland. You have to understand, so excited. So we pull into the parking lot, we get up to the gate, and I'm like, oh my gosh, Disneyland, open. Like, let's go. Right? Dad goes, oh, we got to go back to the trailer. I'm like, I am going in Disneyland. Let's go. Like, open. I want to go. Right? I drove all this way. I want to go. And Dad said, get in the trailer. So we went back to the trailer, where he proceeds to tell us it is too expensive. We'll have to go to Grandma's. So we drove 5 hours, 6 hours to go to Grandma's. Never got to go to Disneyland. And I thought, you know what? I have not gotten to go to Disneyland. I'm going to take my kids to Disneyland. So I made a jar. We put Disneyland on the jar, and the kids knew every time I went out, I came back in, I put a certain amount into the jar. It took us a year but we went to Disneyland. So I loved that Mary Kay helped us dream again. Something that was dead in me became alive, something that helped my family set goals, achieve goals. But it also helped me to see that I can do it. I can get out of my boat. I could get out of my comfort zone. So I love building friends, and I used to be so shy. I love having girlfriends. Shy people just want more friends, right? But I love helping other people feel confident and beautiful no matter where they go. Now our unit's working on a car. We're working on helping other women feel successful and beautiful as well. So I love working our Mary Kay business and sharing the opportunity with everyone. So I hope you enjoyed today, and I can't wait to tell you more about it at the end. So that's kind of my I story in a nutshell. Sometimes I don't go too long. I kind of watch them, but usually people get engaged in the story. You need to make the story where you see it. It's like you're reading a book and you are watching this whole thing unfold. You want them to be in your story, to be part of your story. So think about that when you're making your I story. If you have a problem or questions, please let me know. You could go on Mary Kay's In Touch. It's part of the In Touch story, and it will help you to make your own I story. Okay. So this is very important. That's part of your homework, to write out your I story. So don't forget your I story. Okay. Now we're going to talk about our sharing appointment. So when you're at a sharing appointment, there's 4 categories that women fall into, and they're called the DISC. Okay. So we're going to share about the opportunity appointment. We're going to memorize the closing. You are going to memorize the overcoming objections. I'm going to tell you to do that. And then know your audience and target your audience. Okay. So I'm going to tell you, a little fun way to help you to remember. And I do have this DISC personality styles. If you need to, if you don't know, I will have this in the files so you guys can look it up. This will help you with the person across. It's actually a good test for you as well. Sometimes it's hard to know who that person is across from you, right? Some people are easy to know. Usually when you say, tell me a little bit about you, they're going to tell you who they are. They're going to tell you, okay? So I want you to imagine, this is the DISC, okay? So if you have a car and you're in a car, I want you to imagine, I'm going to kind of help you place this DISC in the car so you could kind of imagine a little bit. D is the person driving. D is the one that is demanding. They're in control. They always know the right direction. They are assertive, determined. They are motivated, okay? They are task-oriented. That's a D person, okay? They're in the driver's seat. You have the I people. I people are fun, charismatic, funny. They're prize-oriented. They don't care what's going on. They're in the back seat having fun. Listen to the music, reading a book. They're entertaining. Okay, that's an I person. They're in the back seat. Okay, the other person you have is an S. S is, a lot of people are an S. It's because they are people-oriented. These are family people. They're loyal. They're stable. They're steady. They're secure. They're S. And they move slowly. I am an S. I'm slow as a turtle, but I get there, right? I build one step at a time. I'm not running like a grasshopper. I'm trying to think of rabbit. But I'm slow and steady, right? Because I put God first, family second, career third, okay? So I'm in the back seat because I'm not like driving, right? I'm not happy. I'm not like wired, right? I'm just steady. The other person in the front seat is a C. Now, they're the ones in the passenger seat. Have you ever had somebody tell you, quit being the backseat driver, right? They're the backseat driver, even though they're in the front seat, okay? They're task-oriented. They like the facts. They are punctual. They are organized. They are determined. They're those people that will have a notebook for everything. They will come and they're like, I'm ready. Here's my notebook. They're also the people that will have to get their office in order before they could get in order, which you don't have to, right? But they have to have things in order. Okay. So they will read everything about Mary Kay before they sign up. They want to know every detail before they sign up. Okay. So those are the C people. So you have the driver, the C people, which is the know everything, have organized. You have your fun person in the back, and you have your slow and steady. Okay. So that's important because if you are talking to somebody that is slow and steady, you're not going to be like, oh, girl, come on, we're going to have so much fun. And it's just, we're going to do all these things. And they're going to go, oh my gosh, what is wrong with her? What she's on something, right? Likewise, it's the same thing. If you have somebody that's a bank manager, you're not going to sit there and go, girl, we're going to have girlfriend time. We're going to go flying everywhere. We're going to have so much fun. You're going to love it. I'm going to show you what to do. And they're going to go, oh, I cannot be around her energy. She's too much, right? So you kind of want to match their energy with your energy. If they're leaning forward, you're going to lean forward. If they're leaning back, crossing their arms, you're going to lean back. I don't necessarily cross my arms, but I will lean back. If they're going to cross their legs, you're going to cross your legs. Now, there is times I will kind of lean forward a little bit if they're leaning forward a little, but you kind of want to copy them. You don't have to go overboard. Do not turn them off. You will turn them off if you completely copy them like a 2-year-old child, 3-year-old child, right? If you mimic everything, they'll figure it out and you'll be gone, okay? So don't do that. So questions to lead your interview. Tell me more about yourself. First thing you're going to ask, tell me more about yourself. This is great because it's going to tell you, okay, if they're family oriented, they're going to tell you all about their family. What they do, what they love, they get together with their family. That's what they're going to tell you. If they're I, they're going to tell you they're fun. They do this, I do that, right? If they're D, they're going to tell you all the things they've achieved. That's the person in the driver's seat. I graduated college. I'm reading this book. I'm in this class. I'm doing this, right? Okay. And then you have your C. So what are they doing? They're going to have all these things organized. I've done this. And this, and then I did this, and then I got married, then had my kids. And now I'm doing this, right? They have everything in a thing. So you kind of want to know, what do you like most about what you do? And what do you like least about what you do? So what do you like most is going to help you to, if they like that about Mary Kay, you need to find that in your Mary Kay business and repeat it back to them somewhere along the way. So I am always taking notes. There's actual one that I'm going to show you so you take notes with. And then what do you like least? There's always something about every job somebody doesn't like. Okay. And I'll tell you, in Mary Kay, most people don't like picking up the phone and making cold calls. And to me, I just do it. After a while, you just get over it. Just like any other job, just do it, get over it, right? Okay. So describe for me an ideal career life in your situation if you can have it your way. So what is the ideal job for you, right? What would that entail? And that's important because you really want to know. And most of the time, they're going to say freedom, flexibility, right? They're not going to say, if I was the president of the bank, I would be doing this, and this, right? Well, they might. Okay. But most of the time, they're not. They would be doing things. Okay. So all those are important. So I'm going to get to my page here. Hold on. So stepping out. Those are part of your sharing appointments, okay? Now, the other thing is part of the close. That's why I was trying to find my little close results here. Okay, so part of the close is asking her, okay? So, what is something that you learned about all the things you talked about? Like, what was the thing that inspired you the most, right? What did I say that inspired you? You want to know what you talked about that impressed her. So what impressed you the most, right? Okay, so what impressed you the most? Okay, then, do you have any other questions for me? Now, I'm going to tell you, most people say no, okay? And most people will say, I'll say, great, I would love to work with you. Is there any reason why we couldn't sign up today? And they usually say no. Why? Because they still have an objection. You have 3 or 4 questions before she really gets to the root of the problem. Right? So you could say, well, is there anything that, well, obviously I need to share something out with you. What else would you like to know? What other questions do you have? Right? And there could be 20 million questions. Most of the time, really, it's about time, money, husbands, and something else. Right? So I started doing this for the close. If I could share with you how to make an extra $500 to $1,000 a month, would that be helpful to you right now? So let her stop and think, right? And if that would not be helpful to you, then that's fine. But you should have learned that before you got to that question, right? You should have learned that stuff before you got the question. So, knowing that, say, great, when can we get you started? When can we get you started right now? I'm just kind of slide them. I used to slide them the paper agreement with the pen. So that's what we did back then. Now we have it all on the computer. So you want to ask questions and then she's going to give you objections. And this is where overcoming objections is key, because if you can't overcome their objections, then you might as well just say, thank you so much for your time. Have a great day. Because they haven't told you their real objection. I have to tell you that. I have learned this so much. And I tell you, this is the best overcome objection I've ever had. In fact, I was telling my teammate, I need to memorize some of these because these are amazing overcoming objections. So what was your objection? Why did you first say no to Mary Kay, right? So like this one says, I'm too busy. I don't have time. Oh my gosh, how many people say that to me? I'm too busy. I don't have time. So what would be a reason that you would want to what would be the reason that you would want to get started? So what would be the reason? Could we take a moment and write down your schedule and show you how you can just fit in Mary Kay into your life? So what you really want to do is ask a question. You don't want to say, well, this is what I found. This is what happened to me, right? Right. So like let's do this. I have to ask my husband. That was like my objection, right? And so she says, well, I have to ask my husband first. And I say, great. What would he say? And she'd say, well, and I say, well, most of the time I had asked my husband first, but we had an agreement. If it was a certain amount of money, he doesn't really care as long as I'm passionate about it. So have you and your husband have an agreement? Is it something that maybe you and your husband and I and my husband could go to coffee? My husband didn't let me sign up till he talked to the husband. So you want to ask questions. It's not being mean. It's not being pushy. It's being relationship. You don't know her life. You don't know her situation, and you don't know nothing, but you need to ask and not tell her. When you tell a person, you turn them off. I'm like, if I would have said, yeah, well, I had the same problem myself. I had to ask my husband. And this is what he said. I don't care if you really want to do it. I'm like, and she's like, well, what am I supposed to do with that? That was you. It's not me, right? So ask a question, okay? I don't have any money. How do you see yourself benefiting from Mary Kay? How do you see yourself benefiting from it? If you tell me you don't have any money, how do you see yourself benefiting from Mary Kay? Okay. I'm not the sales type. Oh my gosh, I hear this all the time. I'm so sick of it. So I used to say, great. I'm not, do you feel like I'm the sales type? That's not what she said though. Hers was better. When was the last time you told someone about a restaurant or a movie? We do the same thing in Mary Kay. We offer suggestions and teach you how you could try before you buy. And we get your opinion. That's the approach. If it's like, great. If not, then great. It's no pressure, right? So I'm going to post the overcoming objections. And then what I told my girls is this: if you need to, print it twice, but you put the highlighted on the front of the recipe card. You put the answers on the back of the recipe card. So when you're at a stoplight or you're sitting in front of TV, you can kind of read over it, and it gets more and more easier the more you do it. Okay. Here's another one. I don't wear makeup right now. Maybe later, call me back. I know someone else who's failed and didn't do good at Mary Kay. So I'm too shy. I'm not going. That was me. And this is the great answer. What do you think you are? What's your best qualities and strengths? So if somebody says to me, I'm too shy. Great. What is your best quality? What is your strengths? I teach you how to work from your qualities and your strengths without being someone else, right? Would you like to get started at a new business and start working with me today? Here's another one. I need to pray about it. And here's another one. I'm unwilling to say yes or no after overcoming all objections. So, these are awesome, amazing. Everybody has an objection. You have an objection when somebody asks you to do something. It's the same thing, okay? So just overcome the objections. Okay, so before completing the agreement, there's a couple things that you guys don't even think that you're doing, but you're doing it for a reason, okay? Why do we book a second appointment? Why do you book a second appointment? There's two reasons. One, you're going to teach her how to book, that you're rebooking an appointment. And she's like, oh, yeah, I remember you doing that. You rebook the appointment. But second is to see her again and build the relationship, okay? See her again and build the relationship, okay? Why do we close the sale? Why do you close the sale? Okay, it's going to teach her how to sell, right? It's showing her that we do collect money, right? And so she falls in love with Mary Kay daily. So she's putting it on and she's like, oh my gosh, my face feels so good. So she's going to fall in love with Mary Kay product also, okay? When she buys the product, what does it tell you about herself? Okay, so when people buy Miracle Set, Ultimate Miracle Set, the complete roll-up bag Cadillac collection, what is it saying about her? It's saying two things about her. She loves Mary Kay enough to spend money, but she loves herself enough to spend money on herself. So we do want people, believe it or not, that are willing to want to take care of themselves. I didn't know how till in my 30s, till someone introduced me to Mary Kay and showed me how to take care of my skin. And I'm like, wow, I didn't know that. I wish I was doing it so much earlier. Okay. So know all your resources. There's a lot of resources in your Mary Kay In Touch. There is a lot, and you need to utilize those. Okay. I keep finding new things all the time. So, you want to be able to get on there. So there is some career surveys, which is what you're just filling out when you're sitting at a sharing appointment and asking questions. So it's just a thing that this is about the opportunity. This is the busy women. It says, we have found that successful Mary Kay consultants possess some of the following qualities. They're a busy woman, more month than money, not the sales type. Do you know that they don't know a lot of people? They're family oriented and they are decision makers. So which one of these qualities do you feel like you possess? Right? And then these are surveys that the customer fills out. Okay, so that's what that's for. We have this fun personality profile. So I want you to take time to fill out this personality profile and send it back to me. Okay, because this is part of your homework. This is going to get to know you, and it helps me to get to know you a little bit more too. But this is good for you to learn how to have your husband do it, have your daughter do it, your best friend. Okay, so I want to tell you a little bit about sharing. Okay, so there is rules and exceptions to the rules. Okay, people don't just sign up for Mary Kay on the spot. That's an exception to the rule. The rule is 5 layering. It's like a cake. You're going to keep layering up the cake until one day they go, oh my gosh, I love this idea. Oh my gosh, their eyes are open. So it could be at an event, they all of a sudden their eyes are open. It could be watching a video. It could be at a skincare party where they see money changing hands, right? But it's 5 layering, 5 touches. And we actually have this little chart. And what's great about this chart is helps you to remember where you're at with them. How many touches did you have with them? So when you go back, if we have a recruiting thing, Mary Kay has a thing to get double credit, you're going to go back to these and say, ooh, who have I layered up that maybe this time will be their month to say yes, okay? So you want the ones that you're going to write their name. You want the ones that had a facial, but then you're going to write if they had a party. Okay, if they booked a party, if they bought skincare, that's important, right? If they came to an event if they had a actual sharing appointment, right? And then if they watched a video, okay? And then if they completed the survey. So these are the layering. And this is nice because you could put it on a clipboard and you could just clip it up and refer to it all the time. So if I have an appointment with like Susie, 2 weeks later, I have a follow-up appointment with her. I'm going to write, had Susie. I'm going to write if she bought a skincare set, right? If she bought a Miracle Set, Ultimate, whatever. And then on her follow-up, I'm going to write follow-up with the date. And then, of course, when she shares with me, I'm going to write that as well, okay? I'm also going to send her a little video, probably a little 1-minute video, just to wet her whistle before she comes to the follow-up appointment, and I will write that as well. So please note, Mary Kay has 2 kind of videos, the ones that are like 1 minute long, that just kind of wet your whistle, and the 15 ones. Don't send her the 15, send her the 1 minute, and please watch it. You do not want to send a 20-year-old about having children, staying at home, okay? There's this awesome one about a lady with 7 children. You don't want to send that to a 20-year-old, okay? You don't want to send it to a 30-year-old that doesn't have children. It's not married, okay? You only would send that to somebody that has 5 children, 4 children, right? Maybe you're struggling, okay? So watch the videos, choose them, and say, hey, would you watch this for an extra little gift before you come? I send it the day before. Say, hey, would you watch this for an extra gift before you come and let me know what you think? I mean, it's 1 minute. She's going to watch it, okay? Everybody likes a gift. I like giving those little soothing under eye patches or the mascara, or I'll give whatever sample I want to give, okay? Okay, so here's your weekly challenge, okay? Don't forget to send it back to me. Do your personality profile and figure out where you are on the DISC. Are you the driver? Are you the fun person? Are you the steady family? Or are you the detailed one? Okay, DISC. I want you to, pearls. So we're going to set up your pearls. Share with 3 people, you get earrings. Share with 3 more people, you get the bracelet. You get 1 to sign up, you get a pearl necklace. Okay, and this is amazing. So set those up with me today, okay? And print out your survey forms and your sharing appointment forms, okay? So one of the things that you could put in there is the starter kit, and I will post these on the Facebook page as well, put them on the files. And the, where'd the other one go? I get the one that's all, so this is the 3 options, but I put the one that everything's in the kit. Because anybody could sign up for $30, but you get nothing. Okay. But yeah, a lot of people are signing up for $30. But to me, I'd rather sign up for the 130 and I want to see what's in it. So I have a piece of paper that has all the stuff on there. I thought I had it right here. And of course, it's not right here in front of my face. Hold on a second. I printed out a whole bunch. And now I cannot grab it. Where is it? Oh, here it is. I knew I had it. Ta-da! So you want this one, right? And then I have another fact sheet. So I will put all those up there for you, okay? So this is week 2. I'll be posting week 3, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching Boot Camp number 2. Bye.